What is up, everybody? Welcome on this beautiful Sunday afternoon. Let me know in the chat if you guys can hear me okay and see me okay. Andrew S., how's it going? Jim Nance, Andy Wright, how you doing? First time, be gentle. We definitely will. Let me just make sure I got cooking here. Hello from Germany. What's up, Germany? What's up, Darren? Robert, how you going? I got my LaCroix fancy sparkling water. I found it at Costco on sale, so I grabbed some. Welcome on this Sunday. I saw Chris Riley is also streaming right now, so our crowd might be a little low because he's doing a pretty awesome printer as well, a Delta. So that's pretty good. Audio and video is good. Awesome. So I'm using some new lav mics I got, or a new lav mic, and it's the Rode Wireless Go 2. And one of the cool things about it is you can plug it in via USB to your computer, and it actually acts like a USB microphone, and it bypasses like the 1/4-inch input, the audio input, all that crap. So yeah, the FL Sun, that's right. England, how you doing, Andy from England? So I love this because normally I rely on my other mic that I use for like when I'm sitting down during hot makes and stuff. Excuse me. And I thought, let's try this mic today. I can move around a little more. I don't have to worry about like talking into it. Nice. Sean, that's awesome. Gary, how are you? I'm not going to delay this too long. We're going to jump into this pretty quick because why not? It should. They say they install it in or put it together in 8 minutes. So we're going to try that. Michael Cassell, how are you? Nightcrawler. Jeff, how are you? Cindy, how are you? Let's see. Make sure everything's good. Perfect. Everything's good. So Lindsay and the little man are on their way to a birthday party. His first birthday party that he got invited to, and he's 14 months. And the little guy is like a year old now, so they're going to a year-old birthday party. And perfect time for me to be with you guys. Steven, what's up? Joe, how's it going? Zormer, how's it going? I was just lurking in your Discord, Zormer, playing with, look at that, the ships again. I think I'm finally in a position to print one that you gave me like a year ago. So there's that. Mingda D2, and I'm waiting to fix it. I have a Mingda D2 sitting in a box up here. I don't know how to fix it because I've never put it together. They're going to a house. They're actually going to Lindsay's friend's house, and they're going to have a bunch of little kids and stuff. It's going to be a fun little birthday party for them. Let it be known I pick you over Chris Riley. Thank you so, Stephen. I appreciate it. I was actually watching Chris in the background before the stream, so that's awesome. Chris is a great dude, man. He's a good guy, and I love his stuff. He's super smart, way smarter than me. Let's let that be known. But I love the Delta he's putting together. I actually been, it's over there now. I had it behind me until recently. I've been printing on my CNC Rostock Max V4, which is also now known as the Boss Delta 300. A video will be coming, I believe, tomorrow. I'm going to resume my Murph videos. I stopped for the weekend, but I have like 6 more Murph videos or something like that to put out. And the one we're doing tomorrow is all about the CNC Boss Delta and when Jim Carter flipped it upside down to print upside down. You probably saw me have him do that on Joel's Murph coverage, and that was a lot of fun. Did I get your email about the longer giveaway? I think so. Let me double check. I think if I remember right, you didn't hear from them yet. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they didn't ship to Canada. I did see one. I'm just trying to remember what it was. Our new project stuff just hit off. I know I saw. Hang on real quick. We're shutting the air down so it doesn't get too loud with this lab on. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Love the video. Looking forward to getting a 3D print in the near future. Recommendations are highly used. Thanks. My nickname is 3 of 5, looks like, in Roman numerals. Ah, got it. 3 of 5, got it. Boss is more of a successor. Yeah. The Boss is awesome. I mean, the Boss is built like it's built awesome. And he literally, oh, that's good that you couldn't hear it, but he literally flipped it over. If you saw me running around on Joel telling the 3D Printing Nerds video, I had him flip it over like in real time while it was printing, and it was pretty awesome. Blasto's here. How's it going? I believe it's Saeed. If I remember right, I saw your questions earlier in the chat. I just wasn't in the video to respond yet, so we can revisit that. But let's get this going. Let's get this thing printing fast today, because why not? So this is the new Creality flavor of the week, also known as the CR10 Smart. They finally got them shipping and all that now, and I have had mine since right before Murph, and I just haven't had a time to unbox it yet. Monica, how's it going? New to 3D printing, the tips help me so much. Thank you. I'm glad they help. That's what matters. Terry, been following your videos to overhaul, repair, and modify the Ender 3 V2. Great printer. Said, I'm not sure. Oh, did you reply to questions? Not yet, because I just went live. So there's that. But we can revisit your questions. Just watch watch all the emoticons or whatever Nightbot might take you out. I'm not sure. Speaking of Nightbot, I wonder if I have Nightbot on. If it is, I got to tell it to not say there's a contest today, because there's not. Boom. Been a minute since I did a stream on this channel. Usually we're on Hot Makes, on the Hot Makes channel now. I just want to make sure. Senegal, been a long time. Good to see ya. CR10 Smart is what we got here. They claim it's 8 minutes to set it up. 8 minutes. Disabled. Good. Enable. Why not? Great. All right, just making sure we're straight on the Nightbot front. So let's get this bad boy set up, get it printing its first print, and then let's go into some of the specs and stuff of it. So Steven had a fun drive in the Tesla. That was a long round trip, huh? A little water. Olaf, how's it going? So right in the top of the box, we have we recommend the Creality slicing software. Also, starting and ending G-code. I'm not sure if you can see this, if it'll zoom, but they give you starting and ending G-code, which is pretty cool. I'm going to check, but I wish they would do that on the SD card as well. You have questions you asked before the stream. Yes, I wasn't on to answer them, so I'll have to go back and check them out when I can. A user manual, as predicted. I think most of these companies are doing pretty good at packing now. There you go. So, I mean, everything's pretty well packed. A little roll of filament that's common now with the Creality machines. We have a little bag of parts, the classic Creality spatula, power cord. Ooh, this is cool. This is the control panel. I'm pretty excited to play with this one. That's going to be a fun one to play with. A couple of uprights. So we saw those on the CR10 V2 and the CR10 V3. That was a welcome addition to keep everything tight. Let's see. You got to check everything. They pack stuff in here good. So, man, that's a pretty good, beefy spool holder. Yeah, if you want to answer your questions or ask your questions again while we're chatting, people in the chat could help as well. Interesting. So something I noticed, let's see if I can show you real quick here. This spool holder is what they gave us now, right? That's the new one. Let's see if I can get it to zoom in. There we go. It's actually on bearings, or it floats. So the whole thing can turn like that. That's cool. I haven't seen one like that yet from Creality. I like that design. It's a little more free flowing. So there's that. Let's see. 8 minutes, really fast. Yeah, it won't take me because I talk too much for 8 minutes. So gantry, it's all together. It appears to be pretty nice. I'm going to set it back here for a second. And I'm going to take this. Whoop, you can see. There we go. Ender 5 Plus and a Prusa. Ooh. Do you need volume or the Prusa? Because the Ender 5 Plus is huge. I mean, compared to the Prusa, is a much larger printer as far as build volume goes. Now, the Prusas, I mean, Prusas go both ways. They have the ecosystem around them with the slicer and the filament and everything, kind of like Apple, right? Kind of like Apple has their phones and their iOS and their app store and all that. There you go. Steven would be a good person to respond to this. He has both. Now, I don't have a Prusa. I have a Mini, but not the MK3S. And so there's that. So, hey, we got the base. Whoosh. Looks good. Looks good. So this is going to be the front. This is going to be the rear. Yeah, I think he was saying the Ender 5 Plus, but yeah, it really depends on what you're going to use it for. It really, yeah. All right. Let's get this bad boy set up in like record time for our stream, because usually I take like an hour or something. There you go. So depending on where you're at in the world, I think you said you were in, oh, I can't scroll back up because I don't have my mouse, but I can't remember where you said you were in the world, but you know, Prusas are not bad machines at all, especially if you want a kit to put one together. They'll learn the printer much better if it's your first one. Carl Fenton, I saw your comment on Facebook right before the stream here. That's awesome. I'm glad you think it's a really good printer, and I hope this one is as good as yours. I was told it's a production printer. So when they asked me if I wanted it, it was like 3 months ago, and it's been delayed ever since. And they finally said, hey, we're finally getting them to ship. We're going to ship you one, and I believe this is a production printer. PayPal. Jonathan Barnes, thank you so much. $5 to PayPal, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you for the support. Anybody who wants to support, feel free to hit the PayPal that cost me the least amount of money. Otherwise, you can always join as a membership here. I think it's $1.99 or $3.99. I think that's right around there. I have to go back and look. Looks like Carl Fenton is a member. And you can tell some of the people that are members, they have little icons and stuff like that next to their names. I believe Steven is as well. You can see the icon there. But anyways, thank you so much, Jonathan. I really appreciate that. YouTube has been light lately. I think everybody's ready to get outside and stop being so contained. So views and stuff are a little low, but that's okay. We're going to keep putting videos out. Finland, how are you? Kenneth, you're late. That's okay. We're just getting started. Rogue Research Lab, how are you? So we got all the contents and stuff. Let's get this thing putting together. I want to get this thing printing. twist the coupling to raise the x-axis to the position. That requires me to have the x-axis. So we're going to put the X gantry and assembly on first. Usually that's how these new machines are going. They're coming pre-assembled, which is awesome in my view. As long as they're assembled straight and square, that's the big thing. And then really you're just like setting them on and screwing them in from the bottom in this case. You can see it's kind of hard to see, but there's grooves here. And so you can't really miss that. If you do, well, you know, there's grooves there. You shouldn't miss it. Carl says there's some issues that some users are reporting that he has not seen. Okay. We'll have to check that out. Which would be direct drive or Bowden? Wow. For the Ender printers, any of the Ender printers are going to be Bowden drive or Bowden tubed driven, however you want to call them, Bowden machines. What I recommend, if you want to see a little better breakdown on that, Teaching Tech, Michael over at Teaching Tech just put out a video about exactly what you're talking about it, you know, is direct drive automatically better or not? And it's a really good video. If anyone in the chat has that link, feel free to post it and we'll approve it. But it's such a good video to check out because he makes a lot of really good points. Mainboard to the touchscreen on the Mingda. Yeah, like I said, I haven't even unboxed mine. I didn't even know it was coming. They were supposed to send me a different printer, and then that one showed up, and I didn't know that one was coming. Specs for the CR10. This one here, or the other CR10. So basically what I'm going to do now, just so you know, is just screw these, put these bolts in from the bottom and get them tightening in so this gantry stays. And I try to hand tighten them as far as I can first, just so you know you're not cross-threading anything. And there's two on each side that go in from the bottom. Usually I'm going to check this one. I think it's the same as all of them. I believe these are 300 by 300 by 400. This one is the new CR10 Smart. It is a Bowden driven, well, Bowden fed, I should say. It also has auto bed leveling as part of it, just like the CR6 line. Yeah, 300 by 400. That's what I thought. I didn't think they would change their specs on the CR on the 10s here at least. So they do have some other CR 10s that are different sizes. I think the Mini is an older one that's a different size. But if you look at a CR10 in general, it's probably going to be 300 by 300 by 400. Has a built-in Wi-Fi box, so USB socket fit. Oh, cool! So you can put a webcam right into it. So I never had good luck with my Creality box. So hopefully this is better. A nice upgrade from your Ender 5. It could be. Man, I love my Ender 5s. I absolutely love my Ender 5s. They might be some of the best machines. Holy moly. Matt's here. How you doing, Matt? Long time no see, man. All right, let me grab something real quick. I'll be right back. I just got to grab better Allen key. I like my T handles, and I forgot to grab them before the stream. Man, I haven't seen you, Matthew. It's been a long time. Been watching your stuff on Facebook with your Jeep trips and stuff. I'm definitely jealous of that. I need to go on a Jeep trip. So I have these T handles that I really like. Built-in malware. Yeah, you know, I don't know. No comment. Specs are on the Creality website. Yeah, we're going to pull those out As soon as I get this built and printing, we're going to actually pop out Creality's website. We'll take a look at the specs, how much it is, all that stuff. Everybody's showing the love for Matthew over there. One of our favorite prop makers, one of our favorite makers in general. Where's the Ghostbusters car? Don't need to just install the app and follow the instructions. You can print stuff remotely. I don't know about the camera. Nice. All right. So I have it attached. We're attached there. And next thing it wants us to do is what they're calling pull rods. And those look like they're going to go to the front. I lied, to the back of the machine here. Let's see. Yep, they're going to go to the back of the machine. So I'll try to turn this so you can see a little better. Like that. So that's going to be these bad boys. Mental break. Sorry to... Oh, don't... Hey, man, you're not stealing thunder. I love it. We love saying hi to everybody. I might have to go get my Star-Lord mask and put it on quick. Because that thing's awesome. All right. So it looks like the bottom ones get the longer of the two screws, and they get a washer on them. Any cubic manga or artillery Sidewinder X1 or CR10 V2. Oh, man. I have a Sidewinder X1. If you get one, they print very well. I don't have a Mega, and I had a V2 and a V3. Both are decent. But for the money, you might want to check out the Smart if you're looking at a CR10, because this has some built-in stuff that the others don't. So this is essentially going to go here to here, and that's going to stop the gantry from going back and forth. And as long as you're square, you're good, right? More work and some filming. Just need to edit and get it wrapping up on the Ecto project. Nice. Nice. Stock, let's see, printing with the webcam has to be H264. Okay, good to know, good to know. So this is going to go like this and like this. And as you see here, you might have to shorten up. You may have to shorten up the little rods so the ends have like their screws. There you go, kind of. I'm doing this old school with like one camera. I didn't even tell Caleb I was going to be here. I don't know if he's in the chat or not. But he was out of town and had a trip, and I was like, I'm not going to bother him. He's busy. Now I'm throwing stuff. So anybody else out there enjoying the Murph videos? That's a question. Oh, geez. Better, Ender 5 Plus or CR10? Ender 5 Plus is much better than the original CR10, in my opinion. If you're looking at a newer CR10, that gets a little more tricky, but still, Ender 5 Plus, I loved mine when I had it. Yes, that Jeep thing would be so much fun. Totally happy with the CR10 V2. Awesome. I did like mine too when I had it. It was a good printer. I gave it away, I think. I'm trying to remember what I did with that. I think actually, yeah, I gave it away, I believe. Let me just see here. Yep, that goes in like this. Interesting. No way to adjust the bottom there once it's in. So many printers. Can you give one to your subscriber? You guys, whoever, let's see, whoever's moderating can show that. That's fine. I think Steven's in here, if he still is. So yeah, Saeed, I actually do. I give them to my subscribers. We do giveaways. We have fun with that. At Murph, if anybody was at Murph, I gave away 5 printers. I just brought 5 printers with me and gave them to people while we were down there, because I needed the space for one, and for two, I wanted to be nice. I wanted to do something unexpected a little bit, and It was fun. I'll drag you out to the trail. I'm in. I am in. And you're in warm weather out that way. You're close over to by Steven, kind of. So I could come say hi to you and stop by, say hi to Steven. Everybody. Let's see. Carl, yeah. Bumped the next Verf. Yeah, or bummed, yeah. I am too. I was looking forward to Verf, or I mean, yeah, Verf. No, Erf. Sorry. I was looking forward to Erf, and I am bummed that they got rid of Erf too. But I get it. I get it. The world is in an interesting spot right now, right? All right, so that's tight. Make sure we're tight. We broke 100 yesterday and today. Ow. Man, we've been in the high, well, we were in the high 90s for a minute, then we got cold. And by cold, I mean like low 70s, and it was like, it felt so good. You know, I have my air conditioner, you can see the air conditioners in this window now, because all of my laser stuff is venting out the other side where I usually have the air conditioner over there. And so I might have to change that up because I'd rather not have this in the back of my shot. Let's see. Whoa. Oh, yeah. They're not even doing Verf? I didn't know that. They're not doing the virtual one either? I didn't know that. The problem I had with the Minga D2 is a touchscreen. After I installed the hot end, because the wires melted going to the hot end. Ooh. Ouch. Best firmware for the Ender 5 Plus. Ooh. I would actually check out Chris Kersey's firmware for the Ender 5 Plus. If you look up Kersey Fabrications with a K, Kersey Fabrications, he's doing some firmware for the Ender 5 Plus, doing some nice stuff over there, and doing that for his. I don't know if it's just. I don't think you have to be a Patreon or patron to get it or anything like that. He's just doing it for the crowd, for the public community. However, they nixed it all. Wow. Not good. Yes, air conditioning sweat beats sweating on film. 100% agree. Hotter than 115. Murph was fine. No one got sick. True story. At least I didn't, and I didn't hear of anyone getting the Murph. Well, it's what do they call it? Con flu or whatever. Convention cough, all that stuff, because normally everybody's packed together, everybody's touching everything, and I'm not down with that. I didn't touch much stuff, so I'm just plugging wires in here. I probably should read the instructions on what's next. Interesting that they went with the ribbon cable here. Let's see, in and there. Okay, great. The other interesting thing is mine came with a European plug. So I better check the power supply. But yeah, European plug on mine. Guess I'm not using that. So the next thing we're going to do is drop the spool holder on. That's going to go on this side. It's very, very similar to the CR6 SE. Hey, thank you so much. Thank you. $5 from Stock 3D Printing. 5 CA dollars. Thank you so much. Interesting how this thing, it goes on, it's kind of loose. Doesn't like lock in. Maybe I have it backwards. Nope. So the spool holder doesn't like lock in, but the interesting is the center spin. So we'll see how it goes. The other interesting thing about the spool holder is that it actually has, I'll show you. I'll come up closer here. So it actually has, instead of just clipping on, it has T-nuts. So like the CR6 SE clips on. This is metal, this piece here. You can see this is where it connects. Maybe. There we go. And it just spins in, and it's kind of loose in here like that. It doesn't lock in. So that kind of concerns me a little bit, but we'll see how it goes. Murph was awesome. Like I said, I handed 5 people printers while we were there. It was a lot of fun. Conflu, yeah. That's awesome. Which printer under 500 pounds has the best quality? Ooh. Well, this one's under 500 pounds if you're talking about weight. No. So I'm going to put this in and get this going. I'm not, I kind of like the versatility of, hopefully you guys don't hear behind me in the park, across the street actually. They're doing an all-day, what they call a homegrown festival. It's a big music festival of like local-ish bands, and they do it all day today, which is really cool. But right now they're pumping. Someone over there is kicking over there. So I do, I set up my stuff and I do some of the festivals for them sound-wise, and Lindsay always gives me a hard time because I'm loud. But these guys are being really loud. So just getting the spool holder on. There we go. All together. Now, I kind of like the idea of the one that comes off, because if I move this, I want to be able to take this off easily. But in this case, it won't. It'll have to be unscrewed. All right. How's it going? I mean, you guys doing good? In the chat, because I feel like I've been talking to myself because there's no one else talking to me here live. Let me know what you're drinking. I've got LaCroix water. And I love water. I drink a lot of water. All right, what's next? Looks like the screen goes on next. Ooh, this thing is heavy. This is a beast. Marcel, how's it going? Looks like Lindsay and the little man just arrived at the party. That's awesome. So, Monster Mango Juice, awesome. Greetings from North Finland. Hey, so here you go. This is for you guys. I don't have Caleb's, I don't have Caleb's sound effects, but you know what's interesting? I just want to point this out. I just took you saw me take the plastic off. Let's see if I can focus on this. You see all those fingerprints? Here. This thing is so dirty. Look at that. I mean, they could have been, oh, there you go. That shows it. They could have been testing, but the plastic was loose and this was really dirty. So that's interesting, right? Jesse Foreman looks like a pretty cool, but it's a bed slinger, so complete crap. So I don't know if I'd say that. Come on. So I'm guessing, I'm venturing to say you like the Ender 5 styles, right? Lindsay is a heavy metal singer, and you're like, yeah, she's actually not loud when she sings, not at all. And the band, it's funny because they get placed when they play. They play with other rock style bands, and the people who run sound just don't know how to run sound for a freaking band anyway. But they turn everything up so loud, and then you can't hear the singers. I really hate that. So I'm like the sound Nazi when we go live with her. So this is actually just looks like it's just going to clip in. This cable pushes into the back. What's really nice is there's an opening back here, so when you need to do firmware updates, you can actually get to the SD card slot, I think. That would be awesome, because lately that's been not fun. So it looks like, maybe, let's see. There we go. Oh, maybe not. Oh, it's like a keyhole thing. All right, I see. So it pops on there and slides down and locks into place. There we go. Just like that. Just like that. Yellow warning, rain popped up for tomorrow. Someone must be listening. Oh no. You got the demo. I'm not sure what you mean by that. Tell me what you mean by that. They gave me a test one. They might have. Oh yeah, Jesse, I give you. I know you're just giving us a hard time. Lovely melodic voice. Yeah. If you guys haven't checked out Lindsay's band, look it up. It's in the description of most of my videos. It's called Wicked Realm. So this one was sent to me by Creality. So they did send it to me with the understanding, just like every printer I take, that my opinions are my own. They don't get to see this before I publish it because you guys are seeing it live for the first time anyway. And they don't get a say. Now, if I find something deeply wrong or something like that, I will reach out and work with them to find a solution or hopefully come up with one. But, opinions are my own. If this thing sucks at the end of the stream, I'm going to tell you that. Hopefully it doesn't, but nice clipper on the under 6. That's awesome. Trying to catch up. Maryland, how's it going? There's a firmware update for that now. Not sure what it is. No details, just the file. Okay, I'll have to check it out. Nice. We need the rain. Yeah, we were in a drought for a long time. Mostly like June, and a lot of May, and then into June we were really bad. The demo machine got it. Cool. This is actually kind of exciting. I haven't heard of this machine. Yes, got to keep it real, otherwise you guys won't come back and watch. Now I do my best to be as positive as possible. Okay, even if I find something that's not great, I will say it's not great and it won't print. You guys will see it won't print, that kind of thing. But I also point out the good things of the machine because I believe that's an important thing. Like this has a touch screen. It has I like these side-mounted spools, and I really like the free spin of this one. This has a filament run out sensor. It has the same style extruder as the CR6 SE. Different hot end though. That's interesting. I'll have to clip that zip tie off too in a second. Cable connections. So I'm just making sure I got it all connected. 1, 2, and 3. Yep. So there's only like 3 connections you need to do, and I'll show you those real quick. There's one for the Z stepper over here. One for the Z stepper over here. There's one in the front on this side for your end stop, and then these come up underneath or around the back of the stabilization bar here because you don't want it wrapped around there. But they come up like this, and then they just plug straight in. These are ribbon cables, just like the Sidewinder X1 style, with a different end on them, which, in my opinion, a much better end. It's really solid. So it's just not ribbon cables going into it. But next, cable connection did that. All right. So now the fun stuff. I got to find a power cord quick, or grab a power cord quick, get this thing plugged in, and we'll get it leveling and load some filament and get it printing. And then we can sit here and talk for a bit. What are we? 40 minutes in, and it's already built. It didn't take that long. If you were just pulling this out of a box and not doing this, 10 minutes or less. I mean, they say 8 minutes, but 10 minutes or less for sure. I'm definitely not plugging it into the Ethernet yet. I probably will test that stuff, but we'll be careful. The Wi-Fi on this unit. Yeah, so it sounds like this one, we're going to go into the specs in a minute, but it sounds like this one has the, oh, I got one right here. This one has the Creality, like the Wi-Fi box built in. And that can be really cool. And it can be interesting at the same time. So there's been a lot of those lately. This machine back here, the Seed Maker, has built-in Wi-Fi. I'm testing a machine over here that the video will go out in, I believe, August is when they're finally saying I can release it. That has Wi-Fi, which is really cool because I hook up Octoprints to a lot of my machines anyway. But when they come with it, I don't have to touch. I mean, I can send stuff from anywhere. Turn the machine on with a smart switch. watch it with a camera, send a print right from my computer remotely, and there you go. Now there is all, you know, the security aspect of all of that. And that's another discussion, right? I'm gonna have to turn this because I'm not gonna be able to see the screen. So it looks like right in the front, right next to the screen here is where we have the SD card slot. So let's take the plastic off of that. So that was on there really good. Actually, I'm gonna have to get some of the sticky off because it didn't peel off great. So I'll work on that. Also, glass bed. So here you go. It's not slow-mo, but it'll work, right? Everybody loves that part. Let's see. Only cool if you want to slice on your phone. I use Prusa slicer, so that wouldn't work. But it would be an awesome idea if I could. Now, if I had models on here that I could start anywhere, that would be cool. Let's see. He knows where Arkansas is. Yeah. Don't forget to thumbs up. Thank you so much. All right, here we go. So now it says we should go to bed leveling. I'm going to turn this slightly so I can see the screen. We're going to flip this bad boy on. Better check the power before we do that. It won't really matter. It just won't work. Now, if you're in Europe or something, it definitely will matter. Let's just see if I can find a way. Nope, not there. So there's nothing underneath. There's nothing on top. Is there a way to swap the power without, I'll look in the manual just to make sure, but without opening the case? And I don't see it, if there is. Carl, did you have to swap the power setting on your power supply? Because I don't see a way to access it. I'm looking. There's Wi-Fi printing, loading filament, install a Z-switch. No. I don't see anything about making sure that switch is set to 115. So we'll try it again. Worst case scenario is it doesn't come on, right? Oh, yours came with the UK plug, so you didn't need to. See, mine came with the UK plug as well, but let's see. I don't see a spot. Let's keep looking. I guess you know what? I do need to do this too before we get too far. Power button on the side turns it on. Hold it in for a couple seconds. Okay. Let's see if it works then. I just wanted to verify, but let's see. Power on. Check. Power button on. Nothing. Nothing. Well, at least on the screen, nothing. Nice, Andy. Here, let's try something. Hey, there we go. Flip the friggin' switch, right? Oh, wrong way. Here I am moving my table. I didn't lock the wheels in today. Plug the other end in. No, what happened was I flipped the power switch off Forgot to turn the power switch back on when I unplugged it. So it came up. It's a pretty cool little UI there. And I think what I'm going to do, let's see. Difference between this and the Ender 3 Max. Actually, it looks like quite a big difference. Let's see what I can do here. Give me a second, and I'll pull the camera off and show you more of this. But let's start the bed leveling. Select level to automatically level. So I'm going to go here and type leveling. Oh, I must have loosened that when I tipped it. There we go. So then start the leveling. Maybe. So it looks like it's got to heat up. And it's doing that right now. So it's heating up. We're going to do a leveling, which is the first thing. So watch Chep video of Murph saw Nerdy J on the and the Ender 7 Angle Maxer Man. Yes. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. So it turns on. That's a great start. Yeah. If you actually, so the back, there's a power switch that has a light when you have it on right, and then you hit the button on the side there to turn it on. Thank you for that tip, someone out there. I'm so used to like, hey, the power's on the back. It's just coming on now, right? So we're homing. So far, that's great. It's not loose in the head, which is awesome. I didn't check that eccentric nut. Usually I do, but need to go watch the Euro final. Hey, have a good one. See you later, Carl. Thank you so much for the info. Looks like Gerard saw the video. Yeah, we had some fun with Chep's iPad. He films everything on his iPad, so we were having fun with him that weekend. So CR10 Smart, it's going to go through a. Let's see if I can give you a better view. Oh, you can kind of see the screen a little bit now. I'll fix that in a minute. I'll give you some better views of the screen here in a second. So I only hooked up one camera today. Hey, Bill, how are you? Long time no talk. Max, okay. So while we're waiting for this, let me grab my mouse. So what I'll do while we're waiting is I'll pull up the Creality site, which is interesting. Hey, by the way, if you're going to check this out, I put links in the description below. Yes, they are affiliate. They help the channel out. But it's much more cheap to get it from Creality right now than on Amazon. Now it's usually like that because it's Amazon, right? But it was definitely cheaper from Creality website here. So let me do this. Yeah, I hope it disassembles nicely. It looks like it's just maybe 2 bolts. There's one here, or 2 screws, one there, and it's probably just a plastic shroud that comes out. Currently, it's going to do its thing here. There's no screws underneath anymore. There's no like knobs you have to turn, any of that. It's all solid, which is great. Why are you not reading my comments? I don't know. I didn't see them. Extreme prints coming from CR10. That's the only one I saw, man. So there's that. Let's see. Real quick, let's share this screen while this is doing its thing here. So what it's doing now is it's going to go through a leveling process. It's going to do a whole bunch of points. It looks like 16 points. So 4 back, and then it does that across all the way. So while that's doing that, let me share a tab here. Boom. So we should be able to see this. Just make it full screen. Hey, I said full screen. Interesting. That is a weird full screen, isn't it? Let me fix that. Boom. There we go. So if you see here, this is the Creality official 3D website, or Creality 3D official website. This is the CR10 Smart. They say it's 300 by 400. It has built-in Wi-Fi, a 32-bit board with muted fans. I can say that's probably not the case. I mean, they're quiet, but they're not that quiet. And the case fan is probably what the loudest part is here. It has auto bed leveling, which it does. We installed the, they're calling them drawbars. They're stabilization bars. The hot end, like Matthew was talking about, this is a new hummingbird design. So we will see, yeah, we will see how that goes. Interesting. Let's see what else they got. 32-bit self-developed board. You can kind of see the spool holder here, and we'll go down and check out what else I got. So these, what does this say? $4.99, I believe. Yeah, $4.99. Ships from U.S. plug, ships from China. Let's see what else we got. Built-in Wi-Fi, which means you can remote print anywhere. We haven't played with that yet. A bit more intelligence, not a lot more, but just a bit more. There's no camera built in that I know of. I believe you plug that in. V2 auto bed leveling, which is the same as the CR6 SE, which I actually like. I haven't had any issues with that. Auto protection, auto shutdown, and 8 minutes. So I would definitely agree with 10 minutes or less if you're not on a live stream and doing this. So, you know, the screen looks like this. You can kind of see what the screen looks like there. It's really nice so far. I haven't touched it much, but, you know, so far so good. Wi-Fi, automatic sleep. Okay, that's interesting. With the automatic sleep to save power, I'll have to check that out. Auto tune, dual Z access drawbars. There is dual Z, and they're motor controlled on the back of this as well. 4.3-inch screen. Let's see. It says it's silent. Again, I think the case fans are the loudest part. So you can do Wi-Fi or wired. Nice. I like that. So you can print from the cloud at any time. So we'll play with that a little bit, maybe. Or maybe I'll do that in the follow-up. I'm not sure yet. That's what the screen looks like, pulled out a little bit. We already talked about the board being 32-bit and silent. So, yeah. I mean, this is how we installed the... Basically, they're saying it's 6 steps to install, put it together. No need to level again. I disagree on that, probably. Because if you move it, you never know, right? So, yeah. A lot of good stuff. Let's see what chat's saying. My bed level went haywire after 6 months. I guess you have to... what? Oh, I see what's going on. So I guess you have to re-level sometimes. I mean, you got to be careful there. Bye-bye. Okay. Let's see. Bed leveling work on this model, just like the CR6 SE. So it comes down and it touches the bed very lightly, and it has a strain gauge up in here that, you know, does the leveling part. I believe that's what you call it, a strain gauge. All right. Auto off would be nice. Yeah, I'm with you. Prints get done, and all of a sudden, like, it just sits on forever. What's funny is I put all mine on smart switches, and then I watch, you know, about when they're close to being done, and I set them for like an hour on a timer, so it can cool down when it's done for like a half hour, and then shuts itself off. Don't touch the Teflon tube or the PTFE tube or Bowden tube, whatever you want to call it, and the nozzle cable while it's leveling. Great. Preheating method. So we're going to preheat this bad boy now. We're going to grab some coax filament. Let's see. Prepare. set temp, preheat PLA. There we go. So it went to 200 and the nozzle and 60 on the bed. Let's see what happens. Make sure everything gets hot. It's nice glass. We'll clean it before we print. So you can preheat it multiple ways. It looks like you can preheat it with buttons like I just did, or you can tell it what temps you want yourself. Nice. Loading filament. Let me grab some. Do I have any? Not any of that. Oh, let's see. What do we got? What do we got? How about... Man, I really like this red. There's a blue. We'll go with this red. We're going red today. I like talking way over here so you can't see me. So what I did is I grabbed a roll of Coex 3D. Bam! It's a mystery roll, but it's pretty deep red right now. It must be, it's a transition roll. That's what their mystery rolls are. So that when they're going from one color to another, let's see if I can get this to show. Really nice color red, but you can see it's transition. The reason I know that is because it's kind of translucent. You see that? It's not solid red like their normal red. So I really love their mystery rolls because you get them for super cheap, and they're the same quality as you get with all of their stuff. It's made here in the USA. It's actually extruded here north. I'm going to do a factory or a tour pretty soon, and that'll be a video probably coming out in July or August. I'm not sure. It depends on when I can get up there. But I really love the Coex filament, and in this case, we're going to use this one here, which is a mystery, but it's kind of a translucent red. So we'll use that in a minute. Thank you so much to Coex, who is a channel sponsor and a part sponsor of this video. Something we didn't talk about yet as well. Let's see. Let me open this. Oh yeah, there's a nice drawer down here. It's got foam packed in the top, so it's not opening great right now. But this is pretty interesting. I'll bring a camera. I'll bring it over to the camera while everything's heating up here. Let's see. Are we already at temp? We are almost at temp. The hot end is the bed we're waiting for. So I just pulled this out. Let's see. So you see the foam here? Pull that foam up, and there's all your stuff. So it looks like we have a wrench, your SD card, a nipper, a little nipper, which is cool. Nozzles, an Allen wrench, and Allen wrench set, the needle to clean out your nozzles, and a nozzle wrench as well in there. So I like that they're doing this. I like that they're organizing it a little better, and I also like that this particular one has like that foam packed in there. Now, if you're going to use it a lot, you might get sick of it and get rid of that top foam because it really doesn't open great with that top foam in there. I agree. I'm going to pull the SD card out because we'll need that. But I agree. I really like the drawers. They need to do that. This one's actually magnetic too. I didn't see this before, but right here, there's a magnet. So when this goes back in, this is a nice deep long drawer too. It actually magnets in. That's why it was a little harder to pull out. That's cool. I like that a lot. Not on my radar. We'll have to check it out. I'm not sure what you're talking about, but I'll look in a minute. Let's see. Which way are you going in? So heads up, the SD card goes upside down, which is okay. It doesn't matter to me which way it goes, as long as we know. Upside down. They make ABS. Yes, they do. They make ABS, PETG. They're working on, they have some TPU. PLA. Yeah. More cooling than a drawer. True. But I'm pretty sure there's some decent. I should pull this open. Maybe I'll take some pictures or something later or whatever. But I mean, the fans on this thing, they're pretty loud underneath. So I imagine it's got to be a good sized fan. Yeah. I see grills under there too, or at least one or two grills under there, but it's definitely loud. Now that I just tipped it and probably ruined the leveling, but would like to see the innards. Oh boy. So we're going to load some filament now because I promised we're going to print something. So I'm going to see what's on the card, but I'm not sure if it's, what it is yet. So hopefully there's something quick. Let's see. So we did the leveling. We preheated. Now it's time to load some filament. Basically, it says, cut it at a 45-degree angle. Thank you for putting that in the instructions. Right here, cut it at a 45-degree angle because that is a huge help to a lot of people. Push it in all the way till it gets to the hot end and then complete loading. So it's pretty much standard. We're going to put it in here. I probably should push this a little bit forward. Woo! Should probably lock the wheels on my table here too, huh? So I'm going to push it through the filament run out sensor, through the enclosed gear drive extruder. Watch. Definitely we're testing this with a gray or a white. I can see it. And then I'm going to lock that so we know it's in. Great. Install a limit switch for the Z axis. Rotate the glass. Rotate the glass from the platform, then manually turn the knob to the tightness to avoid. That doesn't have anything to do with that. They're talking about the belts here. And they seem to be fine. Just there actually is tensioner here. On both sides, there's actual tensioners built in, which is nice. That's what they were talking about doing. So let me see if I can move this bad boy. Prepare. Let's see. Where are we at here? Oh. Let's go forward. I'm going to bring this up a little bit. Oh, look at this. If you hold your button on it, if you hold your finger on the touch screen, it raises without having to touch it 700 times. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm just going to pull this filament out. Grab the rest of it with my don't burn my finger tool. I'm going to grab my IPA. England scored already. I'm not sure where in the world you are, so I don't know if that's good or bad, but congrats on England. I'm just going to give this a good wipe. Now, usually I do this with paper towel. I just happen to have my cloth here. And it's always good to clean the glass when you first get it, especially. You'll notice that like a yellow substance gets cleaned off of these. Interesting. Just want this to be centered. Ooh, there we go. Good. Check. So we have our filament loaded. Bam. Everything's heated up. Wi-Fi printing. We're not going to start that right now. I'm going to go home. I'm going to go starting. Let me go down here. I'm printing a Strat on my Ender 3 Max. Nice. If I remember right, the CR10 Smart has the same hot end. Well, they're saying it's a new design. And now, how much they used, I'm not sure. But, oh, there's a lighting control. Look at this. There's LED lights over here. Let's see if I can get my hand out of the way right there. So you could turn those off and on to watch your print, which is awesome. You can do network stuff, one-touch shutdown, which is cool. Let's go home. File selection. You can do a couple things. There's Eevee, Dengzi, or a cat. I have no idea. So let's see if I do this. Does it give me a picture? It doesn't. So we'll see what happens. I think I started a print. I did. It's called EEVEE. And I'm hoping it doesn't take like 7 hours or something. We're going to find out in a minute. All right. Waiting for mine to be delivered. Awesome, Astro. I wish I could get fiber. All right. Back in the frame. So it appears that we can set this thing up on our network like we talked about. And come on. There we go. Well, that's interesting. It's not printing. Can I tune Z? Ugh. Oh, now it's printing. That was weird. I didn't touch the Z yet. But it did not print for a second there. It must have been interesting. It must have just not had filament all the way down to the nozzle, even though I pushed it out. Not sure. It's printing now. We're good. So let's see. Dual Z limit switches? No. There's only one Z limit switch. Hey, Scott Latine's with us. How you doing, Scott? Let's see. Are the dual Z's connected via a belt? Yes, they are. So there is the dual Z driven with motors. And then there's also a belt at the top back here that goes across to two gear. Yep, across the two gears. So that's cool. Let's see. Ooze is real. Yes. Got to turn the print farm back on. Yes, yes, yes. Ender 3 Max had to make your own dual Z. Great idea. I think now the lead screw wouldn't be long enough. Teach2D has one, and I use it on my Ender 3 over here. And I like that one a lot, but I do know you could probably do the same thing, just use a longer lead screw. Let's see. Big difference between a CR10 Smart and an Ender 3 Max. I have a Max myself. It's basically an Ender 3, but bigger. Run out sensor and silent drivers on the XMI only. Yes. I have two Ender 3 Maxes. Actually, one. I just gave one away. So I have one left. I really like it. It's sitting right over here. The biggest difference that I noticed right away would be this one has the bracing right here to keep your gantry straight and not rocking. It has dual Z's with the belt, obviously. That's different. Let's see, a different touch screen. I'm assuming obviously a different board in this one. This one has the auto bed leveling built in, just like the CR6 SE. So it's kind of like a CR6 Max, CR6 SE Max, or whatever that one had for a minute was. Let's see. Yeah, let's see. Marlin has built-in X gantry tramming. Ooh, I can level out two motors. Scott's with us. He could probably tell us all about that. I should try to figure out if I can use that. I use the V2 kit. Yeah, it's a good way to do it. Yeah, ABL on the Max. So the Ender 3 Max doesn't have the ABL on it, although the one I have does, because I installed the TH3D easy ABL on it. Recently I did the video on the firmware, and that's the next thing I did was install that ABL on it. It would probably be good with the Ender 3 Max to have maybe some stabilization like this does, even though it prints very well, even pretty tall. Also, the ABL, like we talked about, it's actually, I'm pretty sure it's about the same as far as the extruder setup goes. So there's that, but not the hot end. I think the hot end's different. If they're belted, they'll stay in seek even if they fall at a level. Yes. What's my favorite 3D printer? That is a trick question. My favorite 3D printer. Wow. Man, it depends if we're talking new or old. I have a piece I haven't used yet. I should find out what this is. New or old. So I absolutely loved, got to fix that. It's not wobbly. It's rolling. It's on wheels. So this is the new table I built, and I didn't lock the wheels in. So every time I touch it, I can move it. Let's see. This is actually, just in case you're wondering, this is a sit-stand desk, essentially, that can hold quite a bit. And I built a tabletop out of some wood before wood prices went crazy stupid. And then I used the flooring, right? And I put that on top, so it gives us this nice surface in the top. So I can hit a button here, and it'll go down to whatever level, because I pre-programmed a couple different heights. So there's that. If I hit this one, it'll come back up to my filming height. Let's see. Yeah, that's really bad. If you belt the Dual Z, you can't level the motors via firmware. Oh. Well, I think the idea would be to get the motors level first, right? So in an ideal setup, and when I'm done with this probably, is I'll go through and make sure the gantry's straight. We want to measure it on both sides to make sure it's straight. I'm going to come up a little further here. Woo. There we go. Too far. Anyways, so I'll make sure that both of them are straight, and then once I do that, we should be solid. Let's see. Wood prices are lowering. Nice. I hope so. I hope they do soon, right? GPU prices finally. Yes, I heard China. I think it's China has a huge stockpile right now in the after like in the used market of like 3060s and 3080s. Yeah, it's a strain gauge. Is a strain gauge more accurate than the BL Touch? Oh, that's a good question. They're similar, right? Because they're both touching the bed. They're both probing something. In this case, it uses the hot end on that strain gauge, and it has to come down and just lightly touch. And it uses Marlin firmware to figure that out, right? The BL Touch is, so it's very, very tricky, because in my opinion, the BL Touch fails. You can pull it off and replace the BL Touch and you can still keep printing, right? I mean, it's not the end of the world. In this case, you'd have to replace the hot end, or at least that strain gauge part of the hot end as well. So it's built in. It's nice that it's built in. BL Touch can break. They're plastic. I've seen them catch on prints and stuff like that. So it's kind of nice not to have that. I don't know. I guess I don't really have an opinion which one's better. I don't know. I don't know the facts. I don't know. I never tested them, right? Let's see. England 1, Italy 0. Nice. What's my favorite new 3D printer? I really like my Ender 3 Max. If you're looking for a belt printer, the CR30s are awesome. If you're sticking with Creality still, the 200B, the CR200B enclosed printer has been really awesome for me. Super good, and they fixed the issue with the extruder heating up. They fixed that on the new models, which is awesome. I have another printer over here that I can't talk about yet officially. I can tell you it's from FlashForge, and it's been very, very good printing as well. I love my Ender 5s. I have 2 CR6 SEs down here. It really depends what you like and what your budget is. So when you're looking at a 3D printer, in my opinion, a couple things need to happen. First, your budget, like how much do you want to spend or how much do you not want to spend, I always say. And then what size build area you need. So if you don't really need big parts, man, something like a Prusa Mini, an Ender 3 V2, any of those are going to be great all day. And then, you know, if you need something very large, like this is 300 by 300 by 400, which is pretty dang good size. There's something like a Solval SVO3, which is huge. But yeah, it's really depending on what your needs are. If you're printing miniatures and small stuff, you don't need something this big, in my opinion. My opinion, though. A lot of people chiming in. Scott Latine says strain gauges are pretty consistent. Let's see, I can pop that up, I think. Boom. So strain gauges are pretty consistent, should be as reproducible, or better than the BL Touch. Also, there are some advantages to using the nozzle as a probe. Ooh, tell us more. What advantage is that, Scott? Because I'm very curious on that. Let's see. Yeah, Matthew likes the i3 Mega. A lot of people love that printer. Why you like the Ender 5? Man, because they print great. They're solid. They're sturdy. It's not a bed slinger, as we talked about earlier. You know, the bed doesn't move back and forth. It just goes down or up. And so it's very clean. When you get them dialed in, the Ender 5 really prints really nice. Back order is real with them, 4 to 6 weeks. Ooh, yes, the Prusa Mini. A lot of people love them. I found out at Murph that a lot of people have issues with their Prusa Minis, which is weird to me. CR10 Max, that's a big printer. Yeah. How many printers do I own? Man, I don't know. Too many. I keep giving them away. Ender 5 Plus is a workhorse from Astro Printer. He also has a seed maker wherever that thing is hiding, right here. I got a print on the bed I need to take off. I don't know if Trent is watching, but a friend of mine named Trent, I got one of his prints on there right now. FL Sun Pro. Let's see. I have too many printers, though. That was the answer to that question. Yeah, I have too many. The problem with this is it's actually not a problem. It's the challenge of doing a YouTube channel like this is that people send you the printers, which is amazing because I get to go on live and show you the printers. The challenge is, where do you put them all? And that's pretty much for everybody. You know, I give them away to people that want to get into 3D printing. I give a couple away to schools now, so they could get into it. I just found out about libraries. I might reach out to my local library and see if they need some. When we were at Murph, I brought 5 with me and I handed them to people just because. So yeah, I think that's the big challenge now, is just what do you do with them? Because I can't, I mean, I could, if I set up like a huge print farm, I could use them all, but I don't. So I feel like they need to go be used, right? At least the good ones. Scott says using the nozzle as a probe guarantees no anomalies caused by the probe being off angle, and will produce usable results even with a twisted gantry. Good point, Scott. Very, very good point. I never thought of that. A lot of times with the BL Touches, if you have it at any angle, just like I guess Easy ABL could do the same thing, right? Any sensor at an angle could give you false results. Never thought of that. That was a really good point. Also, only thing I do question, Scott, is you just got to make sure there's nothing, like my CR6s, I make sure there's nothing oozing. There's no filament coming out. I know the G-code I use doesn't allow it to be that hot, so it won't ooze, but I always keep that clean before it probes, because that could mess up your probe a little bit, I'm assuming. Who's your favorite maker? Ooh, Marcel, you're killing me here. My favorite maker. Man, there's some good ones. I watch a lot of Hacksmith. I watch a lot of Evan and Caitlin. Tripods Garage, thank you so much. A frosty beverage. Hey, thank you. I'll drink some water to that. Nice to meet you. I hope you liked the video that came out a couple days ago. Great interview with John over at Tripods Garage. And he's trying to remember. I think I gave him, I think I brought one of my, I did. I brought the Artillery Genius, and he got that working pretty quick. Definitely warm up the nozzle, clean off the block before probing. Nice. Or blobs. Makers, though. Hacksmith, Evan and Caitlin. I mean, of course, anything tested, anything on the tested channel. If you didn't see, a little while back, we had Daryl. I mean, Broken Nerd is phenomenal. Has a bunch of really cool stuff. And then we had Granton from Tested as well as a bunch of people. Matthew, if you haven't checked out Matthew's channel, he just chatted very cool. But if you haven't checked out Matthew's channel or what he does, go back, look for Hot Makes. I believe it was Hot Makes episode where we brought Matthew on and we did a shop tour with him. He is phenomenal. I have, where the heck? I just cleaned my stuff up. Oh, it's right there. I have a full Star-Lord cosplay outfit that he sent to me, and I love it. I love it. Hacksmith, nice. Your old stomping grounds. I love it. Hacksmith stuff is awesome. They're like way off. I love the over-the-top stuff. Thank you. I appreciate that. I want to do a lot more, though. I want to do more. So I have some fun videos coming with lasers. If you're a laser person watching this right now, I promise I have content for you coming. I have my CR30s that I'm working on some stuff for. If you're around next year at Murph, I probably will have a spool racer made from, printed spool racer made from the CR30s. We're going to bring down there. The community is awesome. Lots of talent. Yes. So let us know in the chat, everyone out there, who are your favorite makers? Who do you guys like to watch on the YouTubes or anywhere, right? Scott is Scott is the curator of Marlin. He's with us right now. And I mean, I consider that like a maker of amazing firmware, and he keeps up. It's a long, hard process to keep up with everything and implement new stuff. And he does just a phenomenal job. If you have a chance, go visit Marlin and donate if you can. I think Scott still has merch out there. I know. I believe he was setting up a Teespring store. I'm going to find that. If you're watching and you can find me the link for the Teespring store or Scott's merch, let me know. We're going to drop it in the chat. Have I ever used the laser attachment on the Ender 3v2? No. I didn't for a couple reasons. Number one, I don't want to open the case and change it to a laser every time I want to use it. Number two, I don't think it's safe enough. And people will argue that's a huge community thing right now, but I really think that you got to be really careful with lasers, very careful, because you only have two eyes and it only takes a minute to lose one with a laser, especially the diode lasers. Any reflection, it's not good. That blue light isn't good, and just got to be super careful. All my stuff, what I test, majority of it goes in an enclosure I built over here. It's fully enclosed. I have a camera and a ventilation system hooked up, because that's another thing with lasers. You got to keep them ventilated. I'm gonna rip that song off. Keep them ventilated. Anyways, because anytime you're burning something, it doesn't matter what it is, it's going to off-gas something. If it's wood, paint, anything, and you don't want that in your house as much as you don't have to have it in your house. And there's so much debate out there. It's such a challenging response, but that's okay. Let's see. A lot of people love it. Yeah, Chep is awesome. Obviously, Joel is awesome. Teaching Tech, amazing. Brian Vines, great. Honey Badger 3D, yes. Let's see. I don't know what was just held. Oh, he retracted anyway. Let's see. Maker's Muse, awesome. Maker's Muse. So stay tuned tomorrow. We have some huge news on Hot Makes tomorrow at 6 p.m. And if you haven't watched our Hot Mix show, it's live Monday night, 6 p.m. Central. And we have some really big news. And we'll be announcing some big stuff coming up, including Angus, who's going to be joining us from Maker's Muse coming up. But before that, next week, we have Emily the engineer. And I haven't seen her name or listed on here yet. But Emily the engineer, she did a couple of Iron Man suits. She's huge in like TikTok right now and stuff like that. She does some really cool videos. And she's going to be coming on Monday. So there's that. Angus will be on Hot Makes, yes. Starting, let's see, he'll be on Hot Makes in the beginning of August. And all of this will be announced tomorrow night on Hot Makes. If you haven't been to the new Hot Makes channel, you want to do that because we did move it to its own channel now. Let me get you the link for that. And let's see, Dr. Vax is good. Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. A lot of great channels out there. And it's not only like 3D printing, right? In August, we're also going to have, let's see, Mixed Media Girl. And she is just, she's awesome with all the acrylic and the paint pouring stuff. And here is the Hot Makes channel. I just dropped it in the chat here. Make sure you go to the new Hot Makes channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that thumbs up so you can get notified when we go live. But let's see. But Mixed Media Girl, she does like a lot of the painting. If you haven't had a chance to check her stuff out, check her stuff out. It is phenomenal on YouTube, Facebook, all the things. But she does some awesome like acrylic and different paint pouring, and it just makes some beautiful stuff. And then she auctions off her art, a lot of it, which is really cool. Yeah, Angus is great. He loves it's funny with Angus in the show, he loves coming on Hot Makes, and so we've been talking back and forth for a bit, and he just, you know, it's fun for him because he doesn't get to do it very often, and he's a great guest. I love it. And the timing is perfect. It's like 9 a.m. his time right now with daylight savings time. It's 9 a.m. his time when we go live, so it's perfect for him. Let's see. Is this a new printer? Already out or coming soon? It is already out. This is a CR10 Smart 300 by 400. It's the next generation of CR10 printers. It's got filament run out, enclosed extruder. It does auto bed leveling via strain gauge in the hot end, just like the CR6 SE and the SE Max. A really nice touch screen. So far, I'm loving the interface, by the way. It's very responsive so far. Dual Z with a belt. It's got, obviously, the braces on the back. It's got a really nice deep drawer here with all the tools that get stored in there. And I got a UK plug, and I didn't have to change anything. It might be I'm going to have to check it. It's either set in there or it's an auto-switching power supply. I'm not sure. Done and subbed. Awesome. Yeah, I would check out, if you guys love crazy, I mean, like, I absolutely love watching Mixed Media Girl because of all the cool colors and designs she gets, and she uses crazy stuff. Matthew, have a great one. It was great to chat. Text me, man, sometime. We're going to have to get down there and go on this Jeep tour. I'm in. Yeah, I just love watching like all the crazy mixes she comes up with. It's so cool. So I'm actually, what's really cool about that show in August, it's going to be, I believe, on the 16th. And it's going to be a lot of fun because I'm going to have another guest with us too. But anyways, I'm actually going to get some of her stuff, and then I'm going to do my own pour live on the show. And I've never done one before, so I'm so pumped to do it. It's going to be a lot of fun. We'll be talking about that coming up. But if you can be there tomorrow night for Hot Makes, there's going to be some big announcements, some stuff coming up, all that stuff. Whew, I'm talking a lot. I love it. Water number 2. All right, so we're printing. It looks like it's going to be a while. This is like a frog, or let's see. I don't know what it is, to be honest. I'll have to look it up. But looks like it's going to be a minute. It's definitely printing. It's printing good. Layers look good. No stringing between the parts so far, which is great. I'm gonna have to look up what this is gonna be. I'll give me a second. We'll look. Tech with Hudson. How you doing, Hudson? Hudson has a channel out there on the YouTubes. Let me see. We got. Let's see. We're 24 minutes into the print, and we're like not far at all. So it's going to be quite a long print, I think. I'm going to let it go at the temp and everything that it's set at. But if you ever try, once you dive into the coax realm, if you get the coax filament, again, this is coax. If you get the coax filament here, I'm gonna slide this this arm over in a minute. But if you get the coax, make sure you print it hot. So I usually print my coax PLA around 220 degrees, which sounds really hot for PLA, but it prints like butter. It's so nice. Go fly drones and come back. I should. Max hot and temp. I'm not sure. I wonder if they tell us. Let's go look. Yeah. It's called. Give me a second. I'll look it up. Is it a Pokemon? Oh, it's a Pokemon. That's cool, but it's probably going to take forever, right? Let me look. Yeah, EEVEE. It must be a Pokemon. So while we're talking, like I said, Coax is a sponsor of the stream. Thank you so much, Coax 3D, for that. There is a link in the description, I believe, to check them out. It is not an affiliate link or anything like that. Currently, they don't have affiliates yet, but it's just an awesome company, and they sponsor my channel, and they're local, so I love working with them. I'm actually going to go talk to them. We're going to do a tour, and I'm going to talk to them about maybe getting a color. I'm really pumped about that part. Let me just log into Thangs. So another channel sponsor is Thangs. If you haven't checked out Thangs, they are very quickly becoming the fastest 3D print community. I mean, model-wise, that's out there. I think there's almost 3 million models currently on Thangs. And we had an awesome conversation with John from Thangs at Murph, with me and Chep and Joel and some other makers in the community. And a really great conversation. Let's see, EEVEE, right? I think that's what it was. EEVEE. Oh, all right. Let me just pop this over here, and I'm going to jump out of chat for just a second. And let me show you what should be printing. We hope. So I went to Thangs. Again, Thangs is another great sponsor of the show. If you haven't checked out Thangs, you definitely should. And, oh, hang on. There we go. Boom. That's what I believe is printing currently. So it's a Pokemon from what they're telling me in the chat. Let's see. Yeah. So it looks like this. That does look like what's actually printing, as far as what's down right now. So that's cool. So one cool thing about Thangs, if you haven't had time to play with Thangs yet, if you go on with your phone, it could be Android or Apple, it doesn't matter. You can actually do an AR, an augmented reality, with this model or any model they have. And you basically can put this and take it, make it giant on your bench, see how big it would be, and different sizes. You can put it next to somebody. It's really cool that they have the augmented reality thing, and they're doing some really cool stuff with all this information that they're collecting. They're actually building a really cool process that eventually is or soon is going to be able to do like live version control. So imagine like PCB boards coming through, and all of a sudden it sees one that's different. That'll be a different version. It'll be able to identify that, which is awesome. Let's see. Just got a roll of longer gold PLA, one from you. What should I print? Something from Hot Makes or similar? Thanks again, Jim, for the roll. Hey, I'm glad you got it. You should print something awesome. Maybe a giant mini gym. I'm just joking. Anything you want. Baby Yoda, yeah. Forsaken Groot, Baby Yoda, or boat. Hey, you know what? You want to try something crazy? The Pixel Gym? That's funny. That's weird. That can be. So yeah, you could make a giant mini. Just they did an augmented mini gym, which is like it was life size. It was funny. Let's see. There is something new. I believe it's on Prusa Slicer, and my friend Trent put it out there. Is there a gym STL? Yes. If you go to things, actually, don't go to that one. Let me grab the official link for you because we track like who uses it, right? I want to make sure that we're sending things the traffic. So let me do this. Here you go. That is a I accidentally copied the whole giant link. So I apologize for that. That didn't work out very well. Give me 1 second here. That was not awesome. That didn't taste great. Oops. Let's try this. This work? Otherwise, I go grab the short link because that did not work again. If you copy and paste that should work. Otherwise, I'll find a better link. Otherwise, just go to things.com. Or you know what? In the description of this video, as you're watching right now, in the description, it says things and then the link. Use that. Because I apparently copy and pasting, it finds me and tags me and stuff like that. It's crazy. But yeah, mini gyms are great. They look like this. Thanks to Wexter. Wexter's a master of the minis. And let's see. Here's a mini gym. There we go. Got the hair, the glasses, even got some stubble on the face. Nice mini gym crotch. Everyone always checks out the mini Joel crotch, you know, so we got to have that. But that's a mini gym. Yeah. Oh, geez. This is a giant mini gym. So here's a question for you. Have you guys submitted a vase to the Vase Contest that's going on right now? There's 95 of you watching still. Thanks for staying around. I know like the big part is kind of over with the build and everything. But there is a Vase Contest that ends tomorrow from Filament. And all you have to do is enter, print a vase, find a vase you have, whatever. Go to the socials, tag us, and you can win prizes. $500 in awesome prizes from Filament. You know, and it's just a vase. All you have to do is print a vase or take a picture and enter your vase. Now, this one was done in Green Gate 3D Purple Rain color, which is a phenomenal color, by the way. Here we go. I love the idea of the Russian nesting gyms. Oh no! So I'm just knocking a bunch of vases over now, putting this one back. But if you have not entered, if you have not Gymception, if you have not entered the Vase Contest, do it. It's free. It's free to enter, and you could win prizes. Let me just grab that link for you real quick here too. And we need some more submissions. I mean, why not? The more the merrier. We need them all. But we need you to enter them. It's super simple. You just take a picture and, wow, if I could, here we go. All you got to do is take a picture and enter it in, and you tag us on the socials. I'm grabbing the link right now. By the way, congrats Chuck Hellebuck for hitting their 200,000 subscribers, which is phenomenal. Let's see. Here we go. Copy link address. Maybe this one will paste better. It does. Yay. So the link that I just dropped in the chat right now, all you have to do is click that. It'll tell you how to enter. It's super simple. You just need a picture of a vase, tag us, throw it out there. I know Stephen Lightsby was here. He threw some out there. Andrew Sink did. Brian Vines did. Chris Kersey did. Oh man, a bunch of people. Shane did, right? Yes. Make mini gym dolls and hide them around. I like it. That's a great idea. Let's see. Yeah. But we got this thing rolling. It's printing Pokemon, I guess. I've never seen Pokemon. So to be honest with you, I've never watched it or played it, but I've seen like the characters and stuff on things. So that's awesome. I made two, but I'm not on social. David Johnson, not on social. On any social? If you're not on any social, I think it's Instagram, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter. How can I get that out there for you? David Johnson, send me an email, jim@theedgeoftech.com, and we'll see if we can figure out a way to get your submissions, or ask one of our fellow community members. They might help you out too if you're not on the socials. Digimon for life. I love it. Now I'm looking for this little plastic. There's this plastic piece here. It's kind of hard to see because it's clear, and I don't know what it is. Maybe I missed it in the install, so I'm looking. Nope. But I definitely need to move my I'm going to move this spool holder. Sorry, I'm going to move it forward this way because it's not liking being so far back. So I'm going to do that in a minute. I'm looking for this little plastic clip if I can find it. So far, I haven't. No parts showing this plastic clip. And it doesn't show in the parts list at all. So there's that. So I have no idea. Let me show you what it is. Let's see. $20 years for the Pokemon. Have a friend upload and tag it. Yes, do it. So this, oh, let's see if I can drop it. Maybe. Come on, focus on my hand. It likes to focus on everything but my hand. There we go. Yeah, that. Not sure what this is. It doesn't show on the parts list, and I have no idea. It could be a diffuser for the LEDs. No, I don't think it would fit there, though. The way it's shaped, like this. See that? That's the way it's shaped. It looks like it should maybe clip onto something. I'll keep digging. We'll find it. I like the idea for the LEDs. Let's see if I can turn them on while it's printing. Settings. No. Settings. Repair. Home. Watch, I'm going to break it because I'm pressing buttons now. Well, maybe I'm not doing anything because it's not doing anything. I'm going to let it print and not break it. But there is LEDs. That's a pretty cool feature, right? On this side, and they shine down. I imagine if you're going to have a camera or something, that would be very useful. I have a friend upload and tag it. Yes, CR6 SE filament guide. It's a CR6 SE filament guide. I don't know what you mean by filament guide. It looks like it attaches to the frame. Could be a spacer for the spool holder or something. So I don't remember seeing one of these in the CR6 SE. I have two CR6 SEs, but you could be right. Let me see. How would this attach so the filament would go through there? Let's see. Oh, I figured it out. Let's see if I have an idea. I'll see if I can use my phone quick as another camera here. Or I could bring the camera over here. How about that? We're going for a ride, everybody. Hold on to your horses. We're going for a ride. We're going for a ride. So if it is what someone said it was, right? You see, let's see. You see right there, between the, right here, between the extruder and the filament run out sensor, right? There you go. Someone just called it. So I could see that. This would actually slide on over the extrusion here, go in here, and it would sit like that where your filament would run through it. That's actually pretty awesome. I don't think I have those on my Ender 6 SEs. I'm like 100% sure I don't have those on the Ender 6 SEs. So there's that. But here's the print so far. Let's see if I can get a good shot of this. Turn up some ISO. There we go. So far, so good. No stringing. Looks good. Of course, usually they do. Usually they do when they come on these cards because they want you to see the best, right? Sorry for all the crazy camera antics here. I only plugged in one camera today. So there's that. But it's not stock on the SE. Okay. I was going to say, I had two of them and I've never seen that, but that's awesome. I'm going to use it. As soon as this is done printing, I'm going to pull the filament, put this in, and thank you so much. Is it Krolbren? Krolbren? Sorry if I said that wrong. Thank you so much. Yeah. Kid's finger. Yeah. I like it. It's annoying getting your fingers. 100% agree. I'd have to do it every time. Nice. What's the top crossbar made of? This looks like metal. It's a 2010, maybe. Looks like. Yeah. All right. 109 people here. You guys rock. While we're talking, I'm going to give us a few more minutes. What time we got? I'm going to give it 10 more minutes. So if you have any questions, throw them out there. I'm going to move my, I'm going to attempt to move the filament while it's printing, which is probably stupid. But we're going to try it anyway. Come on. I'm going to move my spool holder forward more so it's a little more close to this side. I might even want to go further than that. Might take it out. I'm just messing everything up. Shane, non-fom, how are you? Andrew S. is back or still here. Hey, is Chris Riley still streaming? He's a good dude. I got to get him on Hot Makes too. We haven't had him on Hot Makes yet. Lightspeed says yes. There we go. All right. So when this is done, I'm actually probably going to take the whole spool holder off and move it forward like another maybe 2 inches, just so that I'd rather have the center of the spool lined up with my whole extruder assembly. I like it better that way. All right. How the extruder will be calibrated on the CR10 Smart. What do you mean by that? I apologize. I don't understand what your question is. Something we didn't talk about yet, watching both. Nice. Hopefully he's doing good on his. And it's printing. I'm not sure if you got it printing yet. A link to a 427 board for upgrade for the Ender 3. Who has those? Trying to remember. TH3D might have some of those boards. I think you can get them from Amazon. So if you go on the link, there's a bunch of stuff in the description below. If you go to my links, my Amazon store link is down there. It's like amazon.com/store/Digitech or something like that. But it's in the description. Click on that. I have a bunch of boards in there. If it's not there, search 427 Creality board, and it'll link back through my channel and help me out quite a bit with Amazon. So thank you guys for using those. His Benchy's almost done. Oh, no. Under tune, can you speed up the print? Benchy boat is Chris. Nice. I should have sliced something, but I wanted to do something from the card. So I'm kind of weird like that. The first thing I always like to print most of the time, about 99% of the time, is whatever came on the card, because we should try it. Because my opinion is they should send you like the best thing they could slice to show off this printer. And then I go into Prusa Slicer and either come up with my own profile or use one that they have, or something like that. And then I try to do more stuff, and hopefully it comes out better or as good as this, right? So, but I like to, when I test the printers, I like to give it to you just like you'd be pulling it out of the box, because a lot of people, especially new people to the 3D printing, aren't going to slice anything before they do this, right? They're going to print something right off the card to see if it works. So I like to do that. Let's see. There is Wi-Fi, just so you know. It looks like I need to go to an app, and I'll probably play with that. Then you can test your Wi-Fi. You can actually start printing and everything right from your phone, which is cool. Yeah. Interesting. So let's see. What did somebody ask me? I did. Oh, it's like, can I speed it up? I don't know if I don't know if I can right now, because can we get a Wi-Fi video? Yes. So what I'm probably going to do is, once I get this print done, I'm going to set it on my test rack here, get a bunch of stuff printed out for it, and then yeah, I can't do anything. Oh, there we go. I lied. I can do something. So I tried to touch buttons, and I had to find one that worked. So I could turn a light on, which is cool. There's the light. I don't know if you just saw it click on over there. Let's see. Off, on, off, on. It's right there. Let's see. Hotbed, I can turn it up. So if we're going to speed this up, let's crank it up to like 220. Let me let it heat up a little bit before we go messing with the speed, right? We can crank this bad boy up for a couple more minutes. See what happens. I want to see how it works with the Ethernet cable. Good question. Let's see. I believe Wi-Fi is only linked to Creality Cloud. Okay. Interesting. Their Wi-Fi is the only link to Creality Cloud. I wonder if the Ethernet, which is right here, by the way, there's an Ethernet port, a USB port, power button. Front here, that's where your SD card goes. All right, let's do this. You guys want to see 300%? Here we go. We just cranked it up to 300%. Let's see what happens. Why not? For a couple minutes, right? Now I'm expecting this to be maybe stringy, but we'll see. It's flying now. I love it. Power resume. I assume it does. We can find out. The Ethernet is just a small built-in Creality Wi-Fi box. Got it. Yeah, I went to 300. Why not? I mean, the worst that could happen is the print fails, or, you know. It's cooking, though. It's pretty fast, as you can see. I love it. Download the app, make an account, link your printer, and upload prints to the cloud. See, I'm gonna have to dive into Prusa Slicer too. So I'm not sure what Carl uses for a slicer. He had one of these, but I'm gonna make sure that I find a Prusa Slicer profile. So the video that I do following this up, we'll talk about the prints I'm getting. Hopefully show you and have a Prusa Slicer profile linked in there. Maybe I'll probably talk about the Wi-Fi as well. All that stuff. Yeah, I bet you need to put your prints into the cloud. I agree. As long as they give you credit and there's like owners for those prints, right? It's not like Things. It would be awesome if we could just have like this thing connected to like Things. So you could just like go onto the cloud, go to Things, find a model, shoot it straight to your printer right from Things. That would be awesome. Using your coax filament. Most have tried Ender 3 Max is 200. Yeah, I haven't tried 300 either yet. But hey, it's not doing terrible. I could definitely tell a little bit as far as quality goes because it's really zipping along now. But hey, it's not failing yet. So that's a good thing. You can't set the electronic steps of the extruder. Profiles work fine for sure. Yeah. Yeah, I really don't like that. Astro Printer, yeah, that you have to load your stuff to their cloud. I'm torn on that, right? Cloud is a cloud, but yeah. I have not, Shane. I'm going to get up there. We're going to try to do a video actually at their new place soon. I had to take a day off from my normal job to go up there because by the time I get off and get up there, they'd be closed. And I want to see the actual production, so I want to make sure it's a production day as well. But yeah, I'm pretty pumped to see the new buildings. I haven't seen it since they moved. Yeah, this thing's zipping along. I might just let it finish at 300. Now, I did turn the heat up to 220, and that's normally what I print my coax at anyway. But printing rate 300. If you want to see that, I'll take you for a ride here just so you can see the screen. Whee! All right, real quick. See if I can give you a good look here. There you go. So you have your nozzle temp 300, bed 60, printing rate at 300 as well. A lighting control button, a finish shutdown button, a fan control, and then your Z-axis, which is your like baby steps, right on there too. So you can back out of here, and that's their main screen. Let's see. There you go. This is the main screen that you see here. See if I can make it focus on. There we go. So it also gives you the same things, temps. Now that circle in the center is your completion. And you can see I'm barely like a quarter of the way done yet. So we're going to let it fly at 300. You can see the feed rate there says 300 right there. And the Z offset right now is at 0.10. And we're 52 minutes in. So not a bad thing. The lights I was talking about, let's see if I can get a good shot. They're right there. And you can turn them on by doing that. Like that. Pretty cool. On off on those. The print is going very good for 300%, right? If I could zoom on the print, that would be even better. Yeah. SD card slot here. I got to peel that sticky crap off. On the side, we have our NIC if you want to use a network cable. Power button there on the right, and the USB. I believe you can plug a camera in. We talked about this one earlier. This is the, there we go. It's a box full of cool stuff. Let me see if I can focus it on there. That'd be okay, right? So there we go. Bunch of stuff in the box, which is awesome. And they also include the top padding if you want to keep that in there. Now it is a little bit, sorry for the crappy video. I'm trying to do this one-handed here. It is a little bit tight to push this box back in with the top padding on, but I think it's worth it. And it's got a magnetic latch, which is great. Yeah. So overall, pretty good printer. So far, I don't know about prints. We're going to do a bunch of testing and let you know. But I mean, the idea, right? The idea is good. It has auto bed leveling. It has the new hot end. I got to look at see what they actually called that new hot end again because I can't remember. But yeah. And next time I do a live, I'll hook up both cameras. Yes. And the Ender 5 Plus was like early iteration for them. And as far as touchscreen goes, and I hated touching that thing 1,000 times to do any. I actually swapped it out with a TH3D kit to make it analog. Yeah. So yeah, we kind of did a quick tour. There's belt tensioners on. Looks like X and Y. Overall, pretty good. I mean, this thing's 300%. I'll take a picture when it's done, and I'll put it up on socials later today to kind of give you an idea of. So maybe you can see where we went from 100 to 300, but I'm going to let it fly at 300%. We'll see what happens. Maybe it'll fail. Maybe it'll work. I don't know. I'm also working on some more vases for the Vase Contest just to show off. Like I said, if you haven't done a vase yet, get in there. It's free. All you have to do is jump in the link I posted earlier. Let me see. Is this it? Yeah. Use this link too. Go on to the socials, post a picture of the vases you printed, and tag that. Do it. This is the last day. You got until tomorrow night, I think. So tomorrow's the very, very last day. You got like a little more than 24 hours now, but still, do it. So far, so good. I'm going to let it fly. I think I'm going to jump off and go grab some lunch. I'm starving. And maybe get some stuff done while Lindsay and the little man are out at the birthday party. But any limits on entries? I don't think they limited the entries. Now, there's somebody that posted like 30-something vases. And he's donating them. So it's really cool. It's because he is donating them all to a good cause in the end. So that's going to be really fun. But jump on there and do a bunch. I'll send you an email. David Johnson sounds good. Send me an email, jim@theedgeoftech.com. I do my best to respond. There you go. It is a little bit crazier the more and more subs I get. I appreciate every single one of you guys, but the more and more hard it is to keep up with all the comments and the emails and the chats and stuff like that. So I definitely appreciate it. Local maker, there you go. He said, I'm going to print a vase for the contest. Yeah, you've printed like 30-something. Let us know in the comments before I shut down real quick how many you've printed. It's a lot. It's like 34 or something like that. Good luck. Shane says good luck. I love the fact that there's no bed springs. Yes, I love solid bed mounts. I usually drop an easy ABL on my printers and get rid of those. I just go with solid anyway. Andrew S., I hope you have a good one too. Rock on. Yeah, shoot me your stuff. Man, this thing is for 300%. It's cooking. I love it. I'm going to throw a camera on this thing and go play. Fun stream as always. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Again, thank you to everybody who donated through PayPal. Earlier, I think Jonathan Barnes and anyone who donated here on the stream. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate that. Also, if you're a member or you became a member, I didn't see anyone. I don't think I see anyone became a member today, but if you want to, there's a link in the description below. You can do the Buy Me Coffee, which is like $2, I think, right around there. And then I think the other one is like $4 or $5. And it really helps out the channel. Patreon as well. All that stuff's in the bottom there. I'm going to do another this coming week. I'll announce it for members. You'll see it in the chat. So in YouTube, you can do a members only chat. I'll announce it soon, but I don't know if I can do it next weekend. Sometime this week, I'm going to try to do another member only chat. Have some fun. See anyone who wants to jump in, that kind of thing. Vases, yes, 32 vases so far. Nice work. Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thank you for hanging out, and I appreciate all the great compliments. I hope the videos help in the journey of 3D printing. I know there's some awesome makers with us right now, and there's some awesome makers out there, and I really appreciate you guys taking the time to watch any of the videos. I have every day this week. I think until Friday, I'll have another Murph video every day, starting with I was going to release it today. I think I'm going to wait till tomorrow. I have another one with Jim. He had a See Me CNC. If you watch Joel Telling's Murph video, you saw me run over to him and he flipped it upside down. We're going to talk about that, Boss 300 and printing upside down, and that's going to be a lot of fun too. Yeah, but everybody else, have a great one. Jerry, nice to see you. Congrats on the 2,500 subs. Yeah, everybody have a great one. I will post pictures when this is done. I didn't know how long it was going to take. Apparently, it's going to take quite a long time. Let's see. But we're about a quarter way there now at 60 minutes, 59 minutes. I cranked it up to 300. So hopefully this thing will be done in the next like 2 hours or something. We're going to check it out. Everybody have a great rest of the weekend. On a Saturday, I'm going to go get some stuff done, and then I'm going to walk across the street to the park and watch some local music. But I can't thank you all enough for being here. We're going to start doing live streams like at least once a week now. I have so much stuff to unbox here. I want to get that done. Stay tuned. If you want to see anything, I have video ideas or suggestions, let me know. You can always email them to me, chat me, find me on the social medias. Yeah, tomorrow night, Hot Makes. That's on the new Hot Makes channel on YouTube. If you search Hot Makes, you'll find all the videos. You'll find the new channel called Hot Makes, and you want to be there tomorrow night. Big news. Big news tomorrow night on Hot Makes. And we want everybody to be there with us. 6 o'clock p.m. if you can. Otherwise, rewatch it if you have to. I understand some people it's too late. But cool. Terry, nice to see you. You said with a shift in hours, you got to watch a lot of chats. Glad to make it here. I'm glad you made it too. I'm glad everybody made it. Thank you guys for spending some time with me. Have a great rest of your afternoon, everybody. And I'll keep you posted on this print. Hopefully it does good with 300%. See you later, everybody.